Our veteran today is being sponsored by Representative Mark McBride. Representative McBride, you're recognized to introduce the veteran of the week.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker and members. I'd like to introduce you to Mr. Fox, Mr. David Fox. He's the current chaplain at the Veterans Center in Norman. Chaplain Fox was a young man of 17 when he enlisted in the Navy and served 3 years. He was honorably discharged with 1,000 other men who had been to a nuclear test site during their tour, which was the cause of his current vision and hearing loss. After an impressive career with NASA, Chaplain Fox joined the Norman Veterans Center and says that his work at the center is the most exciting, challenging, and rewarding that he has ever done. He preaches to over 200 veterans every Sunday and calls them his family. He has 9 children, 32 grandchildren, including some great-grandchildren. He and his wife, Marty, have fostered children and helped raise several of their children, including their 2-year-old granddaughter that's with them now. And Mr. Speaker, the clerk will read the citation.
Whereas David Owen Fox of Moore, Oklahoma, served his country with honor during World War II, 1946 to 1948, as an electrician's mate in the United States Navy, and has shown great courage in the face of adversity to bring honor to his family, his state, and the nation. And whereas David Fox did serve in the Asiatic Western Pacific on the USS Lexington and was stationed overseas. And whereas David Fox endured an injury while on the USS Lexington when hit by flying shrapnel. Later, his vision and hearing became severely impaired. And whereas David Fox did work in the North American Aviation, Rockwell, NASA, from 1948 to 1983 when he retired. He directed the Apollo 11 mission in which Neil Armstrong walked on the moon. And whereas since 1998, David Fox has served as chaplain at the Norman Veterans Center, where he makes a positive impact on the lives of many veterans. And whereas the state of Oklahoma holds its veterans in the highest esteem and appreciates the sacrifices and contributions they have made to preserve the freedoms and way of life we hold so dear. And whereas the Oklahoma House of Representatives of the first session of the 56th Legislature takes great pride in honoring you as Veteran of the Week. Now, therefore, pursuant to the motion of Representative Mark McBride, the Oklahoma Legislature extends to Chaplain David Owen Fox best wishes and directs that this citation be presented.
Mr. Speaker, would you recognize Mr. Fox for the pledge, please?
Mr. Fox, you're recognized to say a few words if you'd like.
Thank you very much. 18 years ago, I saw some of my comrades not being treated the way they should. And so my wife and I got together and we moved to Oklahoma, where I originally started from. And I said, they need to know that somebody cares about them. We started with 6 in a little chapel up in front of the Veterans Center in Norman. We now have about 200 or plus every Sunday morning for chapel services. And they have learned that there are those who do appreciate what they did for them. And if you get a chance to help a veteran, don't hesitate for 1 minute. You will never regret it. Thank you.
Lead the pledge.
Would members and guests in the gallery please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.